Hello, and welcome to Selecting a RON Vendor. I'm Jason Nadeau, Chief Digital Officer with Fidelity National Financial. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the things you need to consider when you're selecting a vendor to do remote online notarization. One of the first things you need to think about is what model do you want to operate in? Do you want to use an e-notary in-house, meaning do you want to have one of your escrow officers or one of your closers become an e-notary in your state and perform the transactions themselves using software that you license? Or do you want to outsource the e-notary capability to one of the third-party vendors? Meaning, will you take the documents, upload them to their website, they will use their notary to contact the customer and engage in the closing with the customer? Are you going to outsource the closing and the notarization to them? Important distinction between the two for you to decide how you want to operate. You may also start outsourcing, and then when you have enough volume, decide you want to move in-house to doing it with your own staff. Let's talk about some considerations when you're talking to vendors and you're looking at systems. These are in no particular order, by the way. One is the ease of use of the system and the process. Whether you're performing the e-notarization yourself with your own staff, or whether or not you're uploading documents to a site for them to perform the process and delivering them back to you. How hard is the system to use? What does the process look like? And how's that going to impede or improve the process that you have of closing loans in your operations? The second is talk to them about service levels. When you reach out to them to have them perform the notarization, how long will it take for them to get it done? How long before they respond back to you? What does the scheduling process look like and how timely are they in responses? Ask them about their system uptime. How often does their system go down? How often has their system been up every month? Have they had any significant system outages that affected their ability to get loans closed? Notary quality and availability. An important thing to understand is what types of notaries do they use? How do they train those notaries? What qualifications do they have with those notaries? Do they require them to be in business for a certain period of time? And how many do they have and how available are they? If they've got peak closing times at the end of the month, are their notaries booked up? Do you need to book them several weeks in advance? What does the availability look like? All important cost. What is the cost going to be to do this? Oftentimes, software packages will charge an individual transaction fee like they would an independent notary. They may also charge a monthly fee on top of that, or there may be monthly minimums that you have to pay. There may be upfront setup fees that you have to pay to get signed up and get trained. Each one of the software vendors is different. It's important that you understand all the costs. Oftentimes, you may look or you may get quoted just the transactional fee. Make sure you understand setup fees, training fees, and any monthly minimums that you might have. Is that vendor somebody who meets your underwriting guidelines? We're not specifically saying that you need to review everything that the system does and then review it against Fidelity's underwriting guidelines. But if you talk to your state underwriter, your local agency rep, they can provide you a list of vendors that Fidelity has already looked at and determined that they do meet our underwriting guidelines. And then the last thing is look at what marketing tools and training they have available for you. If you're going to be someone who gets themselves set up on RON and is promoting in your marketplace that you have the availability to do RON, what type of training will they give to you? Do they have webinars? Do they have training videos? Do they have marketing tools that you can put your logo on? Do they provide you any resources to allow you to market yourself in your local area as the expert on RON? These are just some important things to think about. Keep coming back to our site. We'll have more information in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.